In a matter of few days, I went from bottom fragging to top fragging by simply recognizing these few tips and tricks that turned me into a Valorant pro. If you found this helpful, please make sure to smash the subscribe button, as only about 5% of you guys are subscribed. It would mean a lot. You essentially can't let your emotions affect your decisions, you only have to use your brain. This goes both ways, after getting a positive influence from your play and from getting a negative influence from your play. If you get gas from a positive play, it's probably likely you end up doing something similar in an attempt to recreate the adrenaline you got from being nice. But it's also likely that the opposing team learned from your previous nice play, so if you go for it again, you probably fail, and if you decide to go for something different, but still quite bold, it might end up being a stupid play because you still feel gassed. The same goes for when you aren't performing well. You develop this negative attitude and probably just accept defeat. If you simply accept your defeat, it is very, very, very likely you'll be defeated, whereas compared to having a winning attitude when you're losing, so you have the motivation to dominate the shitters you're playing against. Also, don't shit talk your opponents for two reasons. One, because you become a shitter by shit talking them, and two, because you'll more than likely end up motivating them so they can shit on you, and then you're gonna eat their own shit. By reading the financial situation of your entire team, you know when to purchase weapons and abilities and when not to buy. If your team is rich, you can obviously max buy, and if some of your team is rich, then you can end up buying those to your teammates who are not rich. But if only 2 to 3 people on the team are capable of purchasing a decent setup, then saving is probably the better option, especially if your other team is loaded financially. Those who have guns in your team will probably be outgunned by the enemies, and then next round be forced to do 1 or 2 save rounds. However, you probably understood the importance of money in Valorant and how to effectively spend it before the video, which is not why I brought it up before. But you may not have recognized the importance of the picks your teammates gets, which puts you and your team in a situation which you can get more easily by outgunning the opponents, and by effectively outgunning the opponents, you must all have decent layouts. You also may not have really thought about how important your teammates damaging the opponents are, as you're then able to get some picks yourself, as you have to deal less damage, so if you miss shots, it's not as important. Staying with your team throughout the game is extremely essential unless you have a fake plan or something else you think will work. If you don't have some elaborate plan, stay with your team always. It eliminates how many outnumbered situations you'll be in, most of which will probably be a loss. It also eliminates the possibility of overflanking and over-rotating, and help you further understand the situation with callouts and abilities from your teammates. Overflanking and over-rotating is often done when you are alone. By doing this, you either constantly leave your team one man down if you overflank, or if you constantly give the opponent team a better situation and more time to position. This ties in with passiveness and aggression, as there's a time and place for each. Neither is best all the time. Leaving your team one man down is very, very bad, especially because after watching this video, you'll probably be a top fragger as well. Make your opponents be impatient. They'll do stupid things. By being patient, like holding a position, you can make the enemy team consider a few number of situations that could have happened. This often leaves them clueless as what to do, as they might think you left the position, they might think you're still there, they might think your team is now there with you, and etc. This will often force them to do something stupid because they're clueless, or either they become so impatient they try to end up the round quickly, and they're gonna end up dying and probably losing. Being patient is even more essential when you're defending, because you win the round purely based on time running out if the spike is yet to be planted. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys actually do benefit from this, so go play a few games. The one that I found to be most important was number 1 and 4, which is being patient, and number 1. So yep, please make sure to smash the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.